Welcome to the Z Hut. Today I would like to show you how you can drill holes in sheetrock without making a mess. Now, I was down at the hardware store the other day, and at the end of one of the aisles they had this display set up, and it was this thing called the Drill Mate or Drill Buddy No Mess Dust Collector for your drill. I just looked at it and laughed. I mean, all it was a plastic box with a hole through it, and you just held it up against the wall and stuck your drill bit through it, and it supposedly collect all the dust. Well, number one, it is going to collect a large majority of the dust, but it's not going to get it all. You're still going to have to put a tarp most likely down. Way back in the old days, and you had to drill a hole in sheetrock, and it was a carpeted floor. You'd tape a tarp and you tape it above the trim because, of course, the drywall dust is going to go down and it's going to catch on the trim, on the lip. So you tape the tarp up against the piece of plastic or the tarp. You tape it to the wall, just above the trim. Drill your hole, but still, you're getting dust in the air. Well, there is a simple way around this. And instead of buying one of those Drill Mate, Drill Buddy, whatever it was called, and they were, I think they were roughly around like $18.99 or $19.99, something like that. It was around $20. You could just go a couple aisles down in your hardware store and just pick one of these up. This is a plumbing tee. Now, for most of your vacuum cleaners, and that's what you're going to use it with, your hose, the 1-inch pipe, generally it'll fit. Mine, it's a pretty tight fit, but it does. There we go. It does fit on there. There are other hoses that are just slightly bigger, like the other end of this. You see it wouldn't fit. Then you just take a little piece of scrap pipe, put it in there. It doesn't have to be a 100% perfect fit. It just needs to be close. And what you do is you put this up against the wall where you're going to drill your hole, connect it to your vacuum cleaner, turn the vacuum cleaner on, drill your hole, and guess what? There's going to be no dust anywhere. It's all going to go in the vacuum, including the dust that would be on your drill bit. When you pull the drill bit out of that Drill Buddy thingy, there's still going to be some on there, and most likely your drill's still going to be turning, and that dust is going to go. When you pull the thing away from the wall, there's going to be a little bit of dust there. It's going to fall. There's going to be a little dust in the hole. Like I said, it's not going to get everything this well every time that I have used this. I've never had to tarp anything, worry about anything. You didn't get no dust in the air, no mess, period. Now, a slight modification for this, if you're going to be using it a lot, is you can take, I would use some kind of miter box to get the cut straight, but you can cut this off close to the connector at the T, and that would make this only just about an inch wide. So if you were using a shorter bit, I got a really big bit on here, but if you're using a shorter bit, then you'd have more clearance for the drill to go through. Another thing you can do, if you were going to be using like hole saws, and I've done this before too, and that's actually why I have this tee. I bought it. I've only used it a few times, but it was worth the money. This one, it only had 1.5 inches where the 1-inch pipe actually fits your regular vacuum better, but on my shop vac, this worked out. It fit better, but you could also get a smaller size, because this has, I do believe this is a 3-inch, and then it's 1.5 inches, and this is what would go to the vacuum. But now look at all the room you have in there for using a hole saw. Now, the particular hole saw I used had a long extension, so I didn't have to cut it off. But if you were going to be making your own adapter and using the hole saws a lot, I would take and chop off at least one of the ends to make it shorter, but if not both, it's up to you. But I mean, this piece right here is still going to be cheaper than one of those stupid Drill Buddy thingy, whatever it was called. I don't even remember the exact name. It's still going to be cheaper. And especially if you're not going to use it a lot, why would you want to buy that other thing? I mean, this, if you don't have to chop it down, you can just put it on the shelf, and who knows, maybe someday you'll find another use for it, or maybe you'll have a plumbing problem, and guess what? You actually have the piece you need. So, all right. With that, I guess I can't really think of anything else to go over, except, like I said, I mean, for this one here that goes for your regular household vacuum cleaner, it's going to be about $1. It depends. I actually buy my tees in bulk because I use PVC for all kinds of things. So I get mine, they're about a quarter, but I buy them in big bags of like, there's 50 or something like that in them. If you go to the hardware store and just buy the one tee, they're going to probably charge you about $1 for it. And if you don't have some of the PVC pipe to fit it, if you ask them, I'm sure they got a cut-off piece that if they're not going to give it to you, they'll probably at least give you a deal on it. But most of your hardware stores will sell the PVC by the foot. And they're probably going to charge you like 50 cents for a foot of this stuff. It's extremely cheap. The connectors are where they nail you. The T's and elbows and straight connectors cost more than the pipe. But that's all you need. Just bring one of your extension tubes in with you so you can get the right size. They have this in lots of different sizes. They have it for potable and unpotable, and they are slightly different in size. So if one isn't quite the right fit, say you're trying the potable ones, you go over to the non-potable. Then they also have some thinner walled ones that are more for like drainage, not for actual pressurized plumbing. And that's another thing you also have in your electrical section. You'll have conduit. And once again, the sizes are just slightly different so that they won't interconnect. They don't want you sticking the stuff together for some reason, but there's a trick around that. You can actually watch one of my other videos where we use a heat gun to make our own elbows and connectors and stuff. And you can do the same thing. You use the heat gun, make your own adapters to fit the two together. So where there's a will, there's a way. All right, with that, we'll wrap this video up. I would like to thank you for joining us here at the Z Hut today. If you found this information useful, give us a thumbs up. I would appreciate it big time. So I hope you have a great day, and remember, have fun building.